Okay. Okay, let's start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayat. Nasthaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavate uttamasloke bhaktir bhavati naishtaki mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yatkripa tamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Chaitanyam Ishwaram Om Ajnanatirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Namah Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyate Shatarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One nimsha.
Prabhuji, we have to start from 11th and 12th or 13th?
Oh. 11, 12, no?
I allocated from 13th, Prabhuji. So anybody wants
11,
to read?
12 not done, right?
That's what I don't remember.
Correct, no?
Correct. Yes, Prabhuji. 11 and 12, we have to start.
Okay, no problem. Somebody can read. Satsangam Mukta Sanghan Hatam Natostate Buddha Kirtyamanan Yasha Yasha Sakrad Akarnarochanam
Tasminyasa pata saheran viraham katam darshanam sparsa samnapa sayanasana bhojanai satsangam mukta dushango hatum notsahate buddha kityamanam yasho yasya sakrad akarnya rochanam.
Yeah, translation purport. Can somebody read?
Prabhuji, shall I read?
Yeah, please.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The intelligent who have understood the Supreme Lord in association with pure devotees and have become free from bad materialistic association can never avoid hearing the glories of the Lord, even though they have heard them only once. How then could the Pandavas tolerate his separation? For they had been intimately associated with his person, seeing him face to face, touching him, conversing with him, and sleeping, sitting, and dining with him. Purport: the living beings' constitutional uh, position is one of the serving superior. He is obliged to serve by force the dictates of illusory material energy in different phases of sense gratification. And in serving the senses, he is never tired. Even though he may be tired, the illusory energy perpetually forces him to do so without being satisfied. There is no end to such sense gratification business, and the conditioned soul becomes entangled in such servitude without hope of release. The release is only affected by association with pure devotees. By such association, one is gradually prompted to his transcendental consciousness. Thus, he can know that his eternal position is to render service unto the Lord and not to the perverted senses of the capacity of lust, anger, desire to lord it over, etc. Material society, friendship, and love are all different phases of lust, home, country, family, society, wealth, and all sorts of corollaries are all causes of bondage in the material world where the threshold miseries of threefold miseries of life are uh, concomitant factors. By associating with pure devotees and by hearing them submissively, attachment for material enjoyment becomes slackened, and attraction for hearing about the transcendental activities of the Lord becomes prominent. Once they will go on progressively without stoppage, like fire in gunpowder. It is said that Hari, the personality of Godhead, is so transcendently attractive that even those who are self satisfied by self realization and are factually liberated from all material bondage also become devotees of the Lord. Under the circumstances, it is easily understood what must have been the position of the Pandavas, who were constant companions of the Lord. They could not even think of separation from Sri Krishna, since the attraction was more intense for them because of continuous personal contact. His remembrance by his form, quality, name, fame, pastimes, etc., is also attractive for the pure devotee, so much so that he forgets all forms, quality, name, fame, and activities of the mundane world. And due to his mature association with pure devotees, he is not out of contact with the Lord for a moment. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna, Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay. So, Lord is ready to leave. So, it's mentioned that intelligent who have understood the Supreme Lord in association with the pure devotees and have become freed from bad materialistic association can never avoid hearing the glories of the Lord, even though they have heard them only once. How then could be Pandavas tolerate his separation? For they had been intimately associated with this person, seeing him face to face, touching him, conversing him, and sleeping, sitting, and dining with him. So the glories of Pandavas explained here, how fortunate they were. They had a very, very personal, touching relationship with the Lord. So especially it's mentioned, it's not that just they were talking to him. They were talking, they're sleeping with him, they're sitting with him, dining with him, and they were joking with him. Arjuna actually, Bhagavad Gita says, hey Krishna, I made a mistake. I was thinking that you are equal to me. I was thinking that I was joking with you. But now I realize that you, Supreme Personality Godhead, you are Parama Purushottama, you are Parama. So now that Arjuna and Pandavas is mentioned, they were so fortunate. They were closely associated. So that's why it's mentioned the intelligent who understood the Supreme. So Sumedha, Bhagavatam also says that, or Bhagavad Gita also says that one who Sumedha means who's very intelligent. He will understand the Supreme Personality. How will understand? Just by association of pure devotees. So the whole context is that association of devotees. Now, when we discuss association, people may ask, what is association? Is that sitting next to somebody? Or, you know, just seeing somebody's association? No, just association means we have to hear from that person, and we have to imbibe those qualities in our life. We have to appreciate that person's qualities, and we have to imbibe that qualities in our life. That is the king. He may think that I'm taking association, but he's sitting and sucking the blood of the king. So that is not association. Or just seeing somebody is not enough. We are literally here. We are literally imbibe those qualities of the other person. So that's why we should be very, very careful. That's why Prabhupada says that the bad materialist association, we should be free ourselves. Asatsanga Tyaga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that Vaishnava Achara is Asatsanga Tyaga. Vaishnava who claims himself Vaishnava should keep away from Asatsanga. Asatsanga, Prabhupada also explains, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains who is Asats, who is those Asats. They are, one is saying, who are more into sense gratification, especially the opposite sex sense gratification. They are asat, who either man or woman, both. So who are attracted to the opposite sex, such people we should keep away. And also it says abhakta, who are not Krishna bhaktas, we should keep away from them. Further, Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains there are other class of men or people whom you also we should keep away. One example is called the Mudha, whose intelligence is lost, who rascals, Prabhupada explains, such people are the so-called spiritualist. Why called so-called spiritualist? Externally, they look like spiritualist, but internally, no. They dress like a very nice spiritualist, dress saffron dress or dhoti tilak, but internally they have all the qualities of materialistic. They have all the attraction for senses. Such people we should keep away. And the professional speakers, they speak and attract people, attract mass, innocent people. They mesmerize them with their flowery words, but they don't practice. Such people also we should keep away from. And another class of men we should be careful is that those who are the Mayavadis. They claim that, yes, you are also God, I'm also God, we can also become God, everybody can become God. That kind of people also we should keep away. So all this kind of people, of course, the atheist definitely no, but abhakta, they come in the class of abhaktas. So these kind of people, we should keep away from them. We should not associate with them. We should not hear from them. That's the reason, Prabhupada's time itself is, Prabhupada said, just read my books, enough. Don't go anywhere else. Prabhupada's made it very clear. You don't have to even go to even my God brothers. That's what told Prabhupada. So even today, generally people have a habit of going to Google, WhatsApp, so many the YouTubes, not required, because Prabhupada has given everything. The problem in going to those places that when we hear, it look like maybe very, very philosophical, look like very, very correct, but the person has written what mood he has written, that quality will imbibe to you. You will be taking association of such persons by hearing, by reading. That's why we should be very careful not to read anything. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so strict not to mingle, to the extent he was not even willing to meet King Prataprudra. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said he's a Vishayi because he is a ruler, he is a Kshatriya king. To the extent, of course, King Prataprudra was a great devotee of the Lord. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was setting an example. Now, we as a practicing devotees also, we should be very careful not to associate with the devotees. Now, people may ask, I'm working in the corporate, I'm working in the company. How can I say that I cannot associate? How do I work? Yes, maybe this point we can discuss later. Devotees can share. There are different tricks, different way to deal with that. So I'll leave the question open. Devotees can share their thoughts. How we can, because we cannot give up the work, right? We are agrastas, we are working outside. But at the same time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Asatsanga Tyaga. Prabhupada says, keep away the materialistic association. And all the Acharya says that don't associate with the materialistic people. But in the corporate world, everybody is materialist. Everybody is pulling somebody's leg. Nobody is truthful. Then how can I survive such places? Yes, devotees can share their thoughts later. So I'll leave the question open. So we'll move on. And Pandavas and the Draupadi especially, they were so fortunate. They had a direct access to Krishna. They were feeding him. They were serving him. They were joking with him. Prabhupada writes here that the living being's constitutional position is one of serving the superior. The Jivara Swarupa Nityara Krishnadas. What is superior? Is Krishna. The serving Krishna is the ultimate goal. Otherwise, also, the Jiva, in day-to-day life also, we are serving. Like Prabhupada says, A serving B, B serving C, C serving D. Like, for example, the home. Wife serves husband, husband serves wife, parents serve children. The servant serves the master. The corporate life also we see. The one boss to another, another boss to another boss. Like that, somebody is serving. So nobody is going without service. Service is the mandatory. Nobody is idle. So Prabhupada says, and serving the senses is never tired. The senses will never tired. Sometimes people think that by satisfying the senses, I'll be satisfied. No. It's like you're putting putting ghee on the fire. Putting water on the fire, fire will be extinguished. But if you put ghee, it will, burn more. By giving the sense gratificatory opportunity to the senses, we are not putting down the desire for the sense gratification. We are actually putting more ghee. So that's why Prabhupada says, never will be tired. Even though he may be tired, and illusion energy perpetually forces him to do so without being satisfied. So even whatever you do, senses will be never will be satisfied. Will demand more. They'll mange more. More and more. It never increases, never reduces. That's why Prabhupada says, thus he knows that his eternal position is to render service unto the Lord, not to be perverted, not to the perverted senses and the capacity of lust, anger, thirst, all those things. Kama, Krodha, Mada, Matsara. They are not the object of serving. Object of serving Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord Krishna, or Krishna's devotees. Dasa, 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 Anudasa. That is the mood in which we should serve. So otherwise, what happens? Where the threefold miseries of life and the concomitant factors. So the threefold miseries, the what is that? Adidevika, Adibhautika, and Adhyatmika. These miseries will be there. There are basic problems. This one, Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. On the top of it, Adhyatmika, Adibhautika, and Adidevika. These problems always will be there. But how do we come out of it? That's why by associating with the pure devotees and by hearing them submissively, attachment to the material enjoyment becomes slackened. Our attachment, our desire for sense enjoyment comes down by continuously hearing, continuously serving the devotees. Otherwise, senses cannot be kept quiet. Senses has to be engaged. Senses has to be given some task. Eyes has to see, ears has to hear, tongues has to speak. So we have to give them an activity. So instead of going to the normal sense gratificatory activities, eyes give them see the beautiful form of the Lord, ears to hear the glories of the Lord, the tongue to speak about the Lord, and taste Krishna Prasad offered to Lord Krishna. This is the way our attraction for Lord increases. Sorry. This is the way our attraction for the hearing increases. Otherwise, sometimes we are not hearing. We are or sometimes we are acting like hearing, but we are not hearing. Person hearing should be so attentive. So only then the Krishna conscious can be progressed. That's why Prabhupada says that the Pandavas were constant companion. And in also Prabhupada, next paragraph, he says, his mature association with the pure devotees, he is not out of contact with the Lord for a moment. Even Prabhupada's case, Prabhupada was in America. Prabhupada many times said that, I'm not away from Vrindavan. I'm not away from a Gurudev. I'm always with him, because that's a constant companion in the heart. So the love, That is something which is there in the heart. Physically may not be there. That's why there are two ways we can serve Guru, Vapu Seva and Vani Seva. Vapu Seva is direct the serving to the Gurudev or Guru Maharaj or the spiritual master or Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada physically may not be available in front of us, but his Vani, the lectures, his instructions are there. That's what we need to serve. That's what we have to distribute. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and all these books written by Srila Prabhupada, and all the lectures given by him. This is meant for us to read, relish, and at the same time distribute others. This is the way we can develop our attraction for the Krishna. Otherwise, Asat Sangha Tyaga is topmost. So somebody may say that, sorry, how do I do the Asat Sangha Tyaga? Bhakti, so Vishwanath Chakravarti writes here, the separation with the Lord, whose glories of the intelligent person cannot be given up, and if he has them only once. The Rochanam means pleasing. The intelligent person is described as who has given up a bad association by taking good association. So how do I leave Asat Sangha Tyaga? By doing a Satsanga. That's why Satsanga is given so important. At any cost, we should not give up association of devotees. Always under the guidance of devotees. That's the topmost, because devotees are the only one who can save us from this material world. Otherwise, nobody else, no other, my boss or my friends, those who are materialistic, they cannot save me. So only devotees who can save me. That's why Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti writes here, without the association of devotees, bad association, which is cause of attachment, hatred and other bad qualities will not disappear. Without the disappearance of the bad qualities, person will not become strongly attached to the pleasing qualities of the Lord. This is implied in the sentence. The Pandavas were absolute in Krishna while seeing, touching, etc. So when talk about association, there was a story, maybe I would have told earlier also. Our Ambarish Maharaj, who perfected all the 9 Navada Bhakti, Shravana, Kirtanam, Smaranam, so up to the Atmani Vedana. So he had a brother. So Ambarish Maharaj has requested Narada Muni, please go and give your association to that, my brother, because that brother was so sinful. There is no sin he has not done. See the contrast here. One brother is the greatest devotee, another brother is the greatest demon. But the one brother is devotee who is compassionate. So he requested Narada Muni, please go and give some instruction to my brother, save him from the sinful actions. So as requested by Ambarish Maharaj, Narada Muni goes. Narada Muni goes, when he goes, open the door, the gate itself, this person welcomes, hey Narada, come. So he has made varieties of dishes made from 4-leg items, 5-leg items, 6-leg, all animal, birds, everything is, and the beautiful girls, wines, everything is there. So looking at this, Narada got scared. He ran away from there. He came back. So after some time again, Ambarish Maharaj requested, please help my brother. So this time he goes, Narada Muni goes, he doesn't even enter the house. He stops near the gate. So this person, the Ambarish Maharaj brother, near the gate, he actually calls out, why Narada, come inside. Then Narada says, no, I will not come. But just think about it. Very soon your death will come. Yamadutas will come. That time you ask them, if a person without knowing or unintentionally takes association of a pure devotees for lava matra, the blink of eyes, what will happen? Ask this question to Yamadutas. So as told by Narada, after some time, this person was on deathbed. He could see Yamadutas coming. So intelligent, that's why Prabhupada, he also says intelligent. he remembered what Narada Muni said. He asked Yamadutas, before you take me, you need to answer this question. If a person unintentionally, without any knowledge, if he takes association of pure devotees for a lava matra, for a blink of eyes, what will happen? Yamadutas thought, scratched their head. They could not give the answer. They said, okay, let's go to Yamaraj. Yamaraj may be having the answer. So they take this person to Yamaraj, ask this question to Yamaraj. Yamaraj also says, no, I don't know the answer. Okay, Yamaraj says, okay, let's go to Brahmaji, Brahmadev. Now Yamaraj takes this person to Brahmadev. Brahmadev also says, no, I don't know the answer. Now Brahmadev, Yamaraja, go to Kailash, Lord Shiva. They ask the same question to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva says, no, the first time I'm hearing, I don't know. So now Lord Shiva says, let's go to Vaikuntha, Lord Vishnu. So Yamaraj, Brahma, Shiva, they all together went to Vaikuntha, meet Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu says, oh, what happened? All three of you come together. So what is special today? Then Lord Shiva says, we have a question. This sinful person has a question. If a person unknowingly, unintentionally takes association of pure devotees for a blink of eyes, very kshanika, what is the result? So we don't know the answer. That's why we come to you. So Lord Vishnu smiles and says that, okay, where is the person? You three carry him, put him here, put it on shoulder and bring him here. So Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, and Yamaraj, they carry this person and bring up to Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu says, okay, put him on my lap. They put him on lap. Now Lord Vishnu says, you can go. All three can go. So what is the lesson? If a person, even unknowingly, unintentionally takes association of pure devotees for even lava matra, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and Yamaraj personally carry us to Lord Vishnu, put him on his lap. That is the benefit of saying association of devotees. So that's why association of devotees is given so much important. But association means not just taking a selfie. Association means asking for instructions, following the instructions, and imbibing in our life. That is association. With this, I'll stop here. Devotees can share their comments, thoughts, questions, if any. Go ahead, please. Who want to start? Okay, Sumit Prabhu, did I miss anything? Yes, sir.
Yes, probably. So, yeah, so in this verse, we understand that the fundamental nature of every living being is to serve Supreme Lord. But in this material world, the individual souls are forced to serve the illusory energy through we have that endless pursuit for sense gratification. Because of that, we are always serving the illusory energy. And this lead to the cycle of dissatisfaction and entrapment within this world. So, true liberation comes when we associate with pure devotees, which elevates our consciousness and reveals our eternal position of serving the Lord, rather than just having desires for the senses. And material attachments like family, wealth, and social relationships, they are rooted in lust, and they contribute to bondage and suffering. But when we take the company of pure devotees and by attentively hearing about the Lord's transcendental activities, these attachments are become weak, and we cultivate a deep attraction to spiritual truths. So this leads to our transformative realization of the Lord's beauty and sweetness. And Pandavas, they were very close companions of Lord, so they exemplify these principles. They have constant association with him, deepened their devotion, and they were not even able to think of the separation with the Lord. So ultimately, pure devotee becomes so absorbed in the Lord's divine attributes that they transcend all uh, mundane desires and concerns, and they remain in continuous remembrance of the Lord. That's all, bro.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, that's the reason whenever any opportunity for devotional service, we should not, or especially associated with devotees, we should not give up. 1 second, huh? Even a small chance to hear from a pure devotees when sannyasis, brahmacharis, or any senior devotee comes, we should grab the opportunity to serve them. Whatever the opportunity, like simple to hear, definitely, or dropping to the temple, dropping to the airport, whatever that service we should grab so that we can always associate with them. Yes, Uma Shankar Prabhu, anything you want to add?
Correction, Prabhuji. So if you want to somehow little bit grab this opportunity and to get something little bit spiritual upliftment, we should be always be associated with the devotees, Prabhuji. Understanding you can
Yes.
from this takeaway.
Yeah, Varsha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So thank you for the class. And yeah, today I understood about this. I have to stay away from this Asatsanga Bhaktas and those who preach and won't practice and this Mayavadis and all those. And by associating with this pure devotees, I can have this senses in my control and this I can serve the Guru in two ways. You said Prabhuji, Vapu and Vani, and this Lavamatra story you said. A few days back, in the last Ekadashi, also I heard some story. It was very much similar, Prabhuji. There used to be one king, and he used to make all the people, animals, everybody do this fasting. And his son-in-law, who was newly wedded, he was very weak and unable to do this fasting. And but since it was mandatory in his kingdom, he did, and unwantingly he did because if it is a rule. He was so weak, he died, but even though he died, he got into some heavenly kingdom or something like that. I heard Prabhuji. So this was similar. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Shruti Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, that's what association of the devotee should be always there. Then only we will not get distracted by Maya and our senses, all five senses. So we can engage in the service of the Lord. When we are not associated with devotees, we come in contact with Maya and the materialistic world, and we will always be engaged in all those materialistic things only. So association of devotees and that is important. Take instruction from the devotees, follow it, and imbibe it in our life. That's what I understood, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
This we can see in our day-to-day life itself. I mean, observe devotees who regularly goes to temple, regularly come satsang, see how their transformation happens in life. And there are devotees casual, okay, whenever they want to come, see their life. They will be like that only. They will never change. Association makes a lot of change. The transformation from the heart happens. Yeah, Ramesh Prabhu, want to say anything? No, Mariappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Pandavas are having very unique relationship with Lord. Sumedha. Sumedha is the word about their relationship. Those
Intelligent.
who are highly intelligent are associated with pure devotees and imbibe their divinely qualities, whereas one must keep away non-devotees, pseudo spiritualists, those who are Mayavadis, and those who are aspiring for sexual gratifications. All these categories should be kept away from our relationship. And reading Prabhupada's books alone is appropriate in our life. And materialistic association needs to be eliminated. And serving the senses are having no end. As we continue, it is foolish to think that sense gratification can be fulfilled by taking more and more sense gratification because it is going to continuously increase forever. So hence, we have to get away from the sense gratification by the association of pure devotees, and continuously associate and listen to pure devotees is the only way to engage our sense in an appropriate way. Constant companion with the spiritual master through Vani Seva is the correct procedure. And Asat Sangha Tyaga Sat Sangha association only can save me. And Ambrish Maharaj, two brothers, Narada Muni's story exactly highlights the association of pure devotees for blink of eye time takes one to the spiritual this thing and complete liberation. That much I have understood, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Shri Devi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mataji.
So our living being's position is to serve this superior, that is Lord. But because of our sense gratification, we are always happy in satisfying our senses and not being tired in that. So this is released only by association with pure devotees. And by such association, one knows his eternal position and renders service to the Lord. So once people understood the position of the Lord and becomes devotee of the Lord, they can never leave the Lord. So what to talk of Pandavas who are in constant association with the Lord, seeing him face to face, touching him, conversing with him, sleeping, sitting and dining with him. So what we should understand is, so we have to constantly hear the glories of the Lord and constantly serve the Lord for deepening our bhakti. That's what Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, especially when you go to yatras, the 4-5 days together, that's the transformation happens. Maybe we have Archana Mataji, she can share a realization. That the total transformation happens because there are so many things, association devotees, we hearing, dham, everything happens. So that's why at least devotees should regularly go for yatras. Go together along with devotees, not just alone. That makes a lot of changes. So Archana Mataji, you want to say anything?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, actually this was the first yatra which I had taken. It was like really wonderful. Like was started, they used to start with the kirtan, and wherever we used to go, we used to do kirtan and all. And the importance of the place, katha used to happen. So I feel I was very fortunate to have this association. We really missed that after the yatra, we really missed it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we are planning for Trivandrum. Anybody who want to come can come. Okay. Okay. Asha Mataji, any last comments, please?
Understood the importance of association of the devotees. Hear from the person who is a devotee and imbibe those qualities. That is what I have to do by doing this satsanga. And we have to use our all senses in the activities which pleases Krishna, like eyes, tongue, and ears, all these ears to hear from the glories of God. And as I do this thing, I think so, my attraction towards the Lord increases. Then I also understood the importance of attentive hearing. So this is my takeaway from today's class. Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay. So we'll end here now. Vancha kalpatarabhyasya kripa sindhubhyacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo Nanta Koti Vaishnavavrinda ki jai. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you for the
Dandvat
class.
Pranam.
Tomorrow, maybe devotees can come up with the points, those who are working outside in the corporate. So how do I give association? How do I take association? Some tips devotees can share so that everybody can enlighten. I know so many are working outside. Please share your thoughts. Hare Krishna.